New to Bill's backyard. This kiwi came in. The female, I got the male coming behind it. It is April 3rd. It's a Sunday. It's about, a little about 8 o'clock in the morning. You can see I just transplanted it into a bigger bed. I've staked it to the fence. It's gonna grow along this fence line here, and then I'm gonna put the male in back over here. So it's gonna have all of this to grow. Nice hardy kiwi. As we pan around, blueberries are doing real good here. Starting to get blueberries. I got the Austin on one side, and I got the Climax on the other. As you can see, it's setting fruit. Here's my other set of blueberries. I got these from Stark's Brothers, by the way, on that. I got the O'Neill here. And then the pollinator on the other side, Sunshine. We'll see how these do. They're kind of low. My raspberry, my yellow raspberry's really looking good. And my heritage raspberry started breaking dormancy. Really starting to look nice. As I move over here, my blackberries breaking dormancy. These two pollinate. I got a red currant and another red currant. The orange tree is just blooming like crazy. Smells so good. Lots of new growth coming out, as you can see. Produces great oranges. I gotta get in there and trim her back and open her up a little bit. The corn, this is something new. I grew it before a long time ago, but I haven't grown corn in a long time. I had a few come up, but not everything came up. Hopefully there's enough in there to pollinate. As we come over here to my star fruit, it's flowering. Looks like it's setting berries. Give it a little fertilization today. Watered it pretty good yesterday, but it's looking pretty good. I got to transplant it. My ever-bearing mulberry over here. You can start to see some fruit in here. Looking good. Really healthy. More fruit over here. I'll go back over. My tiger fig is really starting to grow like crazy. My Peter honey is growing. Just about out of loquats. Have one left on the tree. Got some new growth coming in. Gonna transplant that. My acha-cha, I don't know. I think it's still alive, but we'll see. I'm gonna work on that a little bit today. I think I'm gonna transplant that. My tangerine tree's getting a little attacked, but otherwise it looks pretty good. All in all, just some of the new growth is having a little rough time there. My planter boxes, my sugar snap peas are growing up. The trellis pretty good. My beets are looking good. Spinach is looking good. The little plants in between are radishes. I have some more over here. I've got some onion, celery, Oh, look, it got a pea here. Gonna have to eat that. We're just about done with carrots and the spinach for the juicing. Gonna have to plant more. Got kale, got Swiss chard in here, really growing like crazy. My brown sugar sapodillas surviving. My other Hasa sapodilla is doing okay. I'm gonna put up a shade structure for these guys. My black sapote that got frozen this year is starting to get some green budding out, so that's good encouragement on there. My mango tree, poor baby, but it's getting some growth on it. I'm gonna put it in some shade. This fence here shades these in the late afternoon. My sugar apple's starting to come out of dormancy. My other black sapote, I got fruit set on it. So that's pretty good. White pine berries, all kinds of little berries growing in here. Looking pretty good. More flower sets on there. I picked some strawberries off of my strawberry plants over here yesterday before the birds get to them, but I got a lot more in here. They're really looking good. You can see the berries here. Gonna fertilize these bad boys. My goji berries really growing like a weed. I'm gonna build it up, put it where I can get it where it's standing up. So my Carolina jasmine, oh, smells so good. What a beautiful, nice plant, really does good here. My other white sapotes, dropping leaves and bringing new growth on. My morning glory's coming back. I gotta get in here and kind of chop at it. I gotta find the pest that's in here eating everything. I haven't been able to find it, but I'm gonna keep looking. Something's having fun in here. I had a couple of watermelon plants come up, but something ate them. The strawberries are doing okay. They're starting to break up through. Flowers are still blooming. Strawberries doing good. My white pomegranates looking good. Spicy Z, it's really leafing out. No fruit on it this year. It had a tough time. It broke dormancy a little early, and then we had a frost. Oh no, we got some fruit set right there. So might get a little bit of fruit on it this year. We'll see on there, but it broke dormancy too early, and then it froze. And then it kind of went back to sleep, and now it's woken up. My grape vines looking really good. My Thompson seedless. I've got some vegetables and flowers in here. My neighbor, he's been having a gopher problem. I put rock there. He came up there. I got plastic underneath the rock. In here, the planter box, I do have wire mesh with that chopped out Oriolander down in there. So I heard they don't like that. So he hasn't come up through my box yet. So he hasn't come up through my Spicy Z. I did not put a cage on this. I'm kind of worried about it. But my cotton candy apium, I did put a cage in, and look at the fruit on this. So, but I'm not too worried about that one. It's got a nice cage. My apple tree, haven't planted it in the ground, but it's starting to really wake up. My other red currant, it's really loving it over here in the corner here. It gets the sun. Today is kind of a overcast, gloomy day. Plants are kind of really loving it. My Flavor Delight, I picked this up a few weeks ago. It's doing good. It's starting to come alive on there. I'm not expecting any fruit on this tree at all this year. But I'm gonna, hopefully, as we move and it goes dormant, I'm gonna put it in the ground. I'm gonna dig the hole today, I think. for it and my 4-in-1. I'm just going to set the pots down in the ground. I'm not going to put them in the ground yet until they go dormant. Let them kind of get rooted into the pot there a little bit better. My passion fruit comes and goes. We're getting some new growth. I'm just kind of worried it's not taking off like I thought it would, but it is growing and it is going. So we'll see what happens. Some flowers and pollinators I try to keep in the box. If it doesn't work out, I may have to get another one, but it seems to be holding on, so we'll see what happens. My Logan fruit tree, transplant shock. You can kind of see what's going on here. But we do have some new growth on here, over here. I think once it acclimates in, I got new growth coming in down in here. I think the Koala, once it gets acclimated in, got some new growth over here. I got rocks in here. I got the screen there. I'm gonna screen out these rocks. I'm gonna put some more cover in, kind of make it look nice. Come over here to my guava patch. My pink Hawaiian's doing really well. It's really coming along. We're getting some flowers set in here. I gotta take those little suckers off this pineapple guava, but you can see the new growth on it, looking good. They're really liking their new home. The blood orange is still flowering. As you can see, lots of new growth on it. I reworked the soil around it. Like I said, when I moved in here, this poor tree was hurting bad. I've amended the soil around it. I've added worm castings and some rock dust and fertilizer and mulched it in, painted it a little bit. Man, it's really paying off. Honeyberries. I got honeyberry sets on this. I put this over here because the bees are all over this tree. I may move it back over to the other one, put in a little bit more shade. They don't like a lot of sun. It gets pretty warm here in 9A. And then my Blueberries cherry, I planted in the ground a couple of weeks ago. Look at the new growth coming out on it. I was kind of worried about this bad boy, but it's liking the ground. And then my other grape vine going up the fence over here, looking good. My rain barrels, I got rainwater, got a couple 100 gallons, so I've been watering everything. As far as that goes, I'm worried about this strawberry tree. I don't think this Jamaican cherry tree made it through the winter. It was getting some green on it, and then we got a frost, and it hasn't come out of dormancy. I don't know. I'm gonna cut it back a little bit and see if I can got some live branches on this. We'll see. Otherwise, I may have to go spend the money and get me another one. My other white sapote is starting to get some more growth coming out on it. I gotta get it in the ground. So I'm gonna put a planter box right in here. Probably put the white sapote right in here, right where these bags are, right in here. And then I'm gonna put another tree right over in here that I have, probably the loquat. And then I'm gonna put a couple more planter boxes in here for some more stone fruit, maybe a couple more stone fruit trees on there. I'm still trying to, maybe a Flavor King and a pollinator for it in one box. And the other one I may just put in for my black sapotes. I got 2 of those. I'm gonna put the 2 white sapotes in. And that will almost do it over here as far as that goes. And then I'm gonna extend off of this planter box over here and come over and probably be adding in. I'm thinking about putting the pomegranate tree right in here, but I'm not too sure yet. Haven't really decided. May put it here in the middle. I got to start moving all this. I'm going to start setting it up. I got to go through here. My hibiscus, some of them are starting to green up. I got to replant them. Some of them I don't know that made it through this winter. As far as that goes, I've got to really look at them and check them out, but I'm going to repot some of this and get it set up, and I'm going to set it all in. I got some turf coming for inside the shade structure. I'm going to work on the turf over there for the dogs. I'm going to be setting up some shade structures back here. So this is pretty much it, an update today. Thanks for staying with me. I'll be updating as we move along. You have a great day, and if you want to subscribe, it's more than welcome to, and you can see as I keep this backyard just coming alive. All right, signing off.